Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this video, we will be discussing the topic blood relations for SBI PO and Clerk Prelims exam. Okay. So blood relations are also a very important topic. You will be getting them in your both PO as well as clerical exams. So the relations have to be carefully analyzed and you need to know which relation comes in what stage. The hierarchy of the relations have to be thoroughly understood for answering these questions. Okay. Now, before we move on, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Time for Bank Exams, and do not forget to hit the bell icon for all the notifications of the videos we upload in our YouTube channel. Okay. Right, and we have a note, questions marked with double asterisk mark are models that appeared in various bank exams of recent years. Yes, as you can see, you have a double asterisk mark. Okay, here. So as you can see, you have a double asterisk mark. So these questions are based on the following information. Right. So now the best and the most easiest way to answer any question in blood relations is by drawing a family tree. That is why the relations and the hierarchy of those relations have to be thoroughly understood. Okay. So now he says L is the child of G. So when he says child, child means it could be a son or a daughter. We do not know the gender. And one other thing is the gender is very important. Okay. So we have two genders, male and female. So for easy understanding purpose, we consider square around the alphabet to represent a male and a circle around it to represent a female. For simple representations, we use these symbols. Okay, and genders can be understood with two ways. One, by relations. See, when he says child, I don't know the relation. Could be a son or a daughter. But here see grandmother. Then we have sister-in-law. Okay, so if you have sister, aunt, mother, grandmother. So with relations, I can identify the gender. That is one. Like father, brother, uncle, like that we can identify genders through relations. That is one. Another is through gender markers, we say. Like sometimes when names are used, he will say Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Mr. usually for male, Miss and Mrs. for female. Right? So those are the things. And sometimes he will say he, him, they are male. She, her, female. So these are the ways in which we identify genders. They are called as gender markers. Okay, right. So now let's see this. L is the child of G. Who? Like I said, when persons are involved, they will use the word who. So who means it is the person just before it is married to J. Okay, G is married to J. Still we do not know the gender of G and J because they are married to each other. That much is very clear, and L is the child of G. Correct? So if I take that, so I can go like this. G is married to J. So they are a couple and I still don't know the gender, and L is their child. So child comes in the below stage of the family tree, right? And what else do we have? J is the sister-in-law of H. Now how do you identify a sister-in-law? Sister-in-law can be identified in two ways. One, because whenever in-law is attached, it has to come through relation only, through marriage only. So, one you can take it as spouse's sister. Spouse is a generic word that can be used for husband or wife. Means husband's sister is also sister-in-law, wife's sister is also sister-in-law. One is spouse's sister, correct? The other is if you have a brother, brother's wife is also called as sister-in-law. So two ways of defining sister-in-law. So when he says J is the sister-in-law of H, J is the sister-in-law, so J is a female. Understanding the point? So J is a sister-in-law of H. So from there we understood that J is a female. So G will be identified as a male. Now J should be a sister-in-law to H. So means from H we have to check. Okay. So I can have a H here where H has a brother and that brother's wife is sister-in-law. correct? What is the other way? The other way is J can have, you know, or H can be on the other side, okay? J has a husband, husband's is, okay, like that. So, J can have a brother, brother's wife, that is sister-in-law. So, here we have H. Now, because J is already married and you have a sister-in-law, we will take this as a possibility first by taking husband's sister, correct, or here brother's wife, okay, because J is the sister-in-law of H, I don't know the gender of H right now. So, we don't know the gender of H, so you have to look from H's point of view. H has a brother, brother's wife is sister-in-law. Understanding the point? Okay. Then further, what we have here, K is the grandmother of L, and so when we have who, it is the person just before it, and when you have and, it is the first person in that sentence, that is K. So, K is a grandmother to L. So, when you have a grandmother concept, what is it that you have to understand is, you will get definitely 3 generations. So, when we say grandmother to L, so don't we have 2 grandmothers, correct? So, you will get 2 possibilities, means L can have a father, father's mother is grandmother, we call paternal grandmother, or L can have a mother, mother's mother is also grandmother, maternal grandmother. Now, here see, L has a father, L has a mother. So, K can be given to either of them. So, I don't know where I have to give. So, that is why we put it separately like this. We will come back to it. Understood the point? Yes. Then, and has only one child. See, he says only one child. So, maybe a son or a daughter, only one child you should have for K. So, if only one child you need to have for K, now obviously in this scenario I cannot give K here. So, I will definitely give K here only, mother's mother as grandmother, because right now J is the only child. Understanding the point? Because H has a brother, there are 2 children. If I give K here, K will have 2 children, only child cannot happen. So, this for now we have fixed there, okay. Then further, what do we have? M is married to K and they do not have a son. So, this confirms that what we have taken is correct, because and they do not have a son, see they means both M and K, plural, correct. M is married to K for sure and they do not have a son. So, now check here, M is married to K. So, M is a male because K is a grandmother, female, and they do not have a son, correct, they have a daughter. Had I given K here, they would have had a son. So, from at least there we would have understood K cannot be given here, but only child, this is how we identify. Understanding the point here? So, this will be identified as your final family tree. Let us just confirm whether H and L, do we have any, indication regarding their genders? So, L is a child of G, that is all they said, and K is the grandmother of L, that is what they said. J is the sister-in-law of H, and H is not coming anywhere. And only one child they said, they never said only son. They do not have a son is what they said. Okay, so that is what we do here. Okay, so this is your total instructions given. So, this will be my final family tree based on that. Understood that? Okay, yeah. So, now based on this we have some questions, let us answer it. Now, if H is the aunt of L, see he says if, to answer only this question, the gender of H is revealed. H is an aunt to L. Now, how do you get an aunt? Aunt is your parent's sister, could be father's sister, we call paternal aunt, mother's sister, we call maternal aunt. Okay. So, for grandfather, grandmother, uncle and aunt, we will always have 2 possibilities, one on the father's side, one on the mother's side, paternal, maternal. So, we need to be careful when we talk about it. So, he says if H is the aunt of L, in this case H is a female, because it is L has a father, father's sister becomes aunt. Okay. Then how is H related to J? Okay. So, he is asking how is H related to J? Means from J we have to check. See how the question is asked, how is H related? So, when he is asking how is H related, from the other person you have to check, means the other person is J. So, if H is the aunt, so H is a female, H has a brother G, they are siblings. Siblings are people who have same parents, correct? And then you have G is married to J, they are a couple, and then L is here. I don't know the gender of L. The gender of H is known only in this particular question. So, I have just created that part of it where I can answer my question. He is asking how is H related. Now, because he is asking how is H related, from the other person you check, means from J you have to check. So, J has a husband, spouse, and that husband has a sister, spouse's sister. Spouse's sister is called as sister-in-law. That is my answer. Understanding the point here? Okay. So, just like you can have a sister, your spouse can also have a sister. That is called as sister-in-law, because that sister comes through a marriage. So, it is sister-in-law, in-law. Okay. That is the understanding. So, choice 5. Then, if L is the wife of V, now L's gender is also revealed. Okay. So, L we know is a child of both G and J, correct? And now they are saying that if L is the wife of V, so L is a female. So, L is a wife to V. So, V is the husband of L. So, they are a couple. So, this is how you have to understand based on the main family tree. Then how is V related to J? He is asking how is V related, means I have to go from J. So, J has a daughter and the daughter has a husband. See, if you draw a family tree, you will know which path I have to travel. Accordingly, which relations I have to consider. So, J has a daughter, daughter's husband we call son-in-law. So, it is third option. Understanding the point here? Okay. Right. So, any questions all the questions, any number of questions under this set can be answered if you know the structure of the family. That becomes easier. That is the best way to understand it. Okay. So, those were the questions you have in that set. Now, next we have is, again, these questions are based on the following information. So, he says there are 8 members in a family. So, now he is giving you how many members are there. Earlier, we did not have that instruction. Okay. But the approach is the same. See, learn to have a common approach. No matter what models are given to you, you cannot change your approach from model to model. That will be too much of a confusion. So, standardize your approach. No matter what model he has given you, if the approach is the same, becomes very easy to answer. Got it? So, here there are 8 members of a family. So, we will again draw a family tree. Okay. So, now he says X. Okay. X is the daughter of T, who means T is a W's husband. So, T is a W's husband. Okay, let us take that. So, T is going to be a husband to W. So, W will be a female. And we have X is the daughter of T. So, this is the instruction we have, the first line, correct? Right. What further we have? Then, Y is the mother-in-law of W. Okay, but now sometimes in place of and he can put you the word but, and or but, it always refers to the first person in that sentence, that is Y. So, Y is the mother-in-law of W, but is not V's wife. Okay, so let us see. So, when he says Y is the mother-in-law of W, so mother-in-law to W means spouse's mother becomes mother-in-law. So, this is where you take Y will be a mother to T, then only husband's mother becomes mother-in-law, correct? Y is a mother-in-law to W, but is not the wife, not V's wife. Okay, so V cannot be given as a couple for Y. Got it? Okay. Then what further we have? Then U is X's brother. Okay, so we have U who is X's brother. So, X is here, we have U is a brother to X. So, they are siblings, correct? Then Z is U's grandmother. Okay, so he says Z is U's grandmother. Okay, now check here. Now, if Z has to be U's grandmother, see, I already have a grandmother Y because Y is a mother-in-law to W, Y automatically is a mother to T. Since T is a father to X and U, Y is a grandmother, father's mother. Understanding the point here? Okay. So now he is giving you one more instruction that says Z is U's grandmother. So when he says Z is U's grandmother, you cannot have Z again on that side, because like I said, we all have two grandmothers, one on the father's side, one on the mother's side. Now this is on the father's side, you have a grandmother. Now on the mother's side, you should take the grandmother. Z is U's grandmother, because for these two people, they both are grandmothers. Paternal father's side, maternal mother's side. Understanding that? Okay. Right. Then further what he says, there is no widow in the family. Now this is where we need to understand carefully. Widow. Who is a widow? Widow is referred to a female whose husband is no more. Okay. Or widower. Widower is usually referred to a male whose wife is no more. Okay. So when he says there is no widow in the family, how do you interpret it? Now in general, if I say no widow or widower in the family, how do you understand this with respect to the family tree? Is no single parent in the family. No single parent in the family. That is how you have to always remember this when he says no widow or widower in the family. Understanding the point? No single parent means no single mother or no single father. If a person has a mother, that person should also have a father. No single parent in the family. That is how you always remember it. So when he says there is no widow in the family, in our instance, means there is no single mother in the family. That mother should have a husband compulsorily. Are you understanding the point? So what does that tell you is, in our family right now, see, there is no single mother, she has a husband. Now here also there are two mothers. So compulsory, we need to have a husband for these two. Compulsory. That is the meaning of no single mother in the family, no widow in the family. They need to have. Correct. So we had 8 members in the family. Check in the family tree. Now do I have 8 members? 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. 4 pairs, 8 persons. So we got our persons. Now who are missing? Okay. Let us see. We have X, Y, Z. So we have W, X, Y, Z, T and U. Okay. So who are missing? We will check. So S is missed and V is missed. We have T and U. We have X, Y, Z and W is also there. So S and V are missed, and we know that but. So but is not V's wife means Y cannot be V's wife. If Y cannot be V's wife, then obviously Z has to be V's wife. Correct? And who else is there? S. And you put S as Y's husband. So that way we get our final family tree. So by the time you come to the last line, your arrangement should be ready. So be it any topic, this is how you have to understand. So spend time with the conditions, learn to understand them and get your answer. So family tree is the best representation for answering questions in blood relations. Got it? So now let's look into the questions. Let me see if that is the case. Yeah, that is the case. Okay. Then how is S related? So from where I have to check? From W I have to check. How is S related? Okay, let us see. So he's asking, how is S related? From where I have to check? From W. So W has a husband and that husband has a father. So spouse's father we call father-in-law. So that is our answer for this. Father-in-law. Because the father is, related through a marriage. That is why it is a father-in-law. Then how is V related to X? So from X we have to check. How is V related, he is asking. So from X we will check. So if I check from X, how is V related? So X has a mother and that mother has a father. Mother's father is maternal grandfather. Correct? So look at the options here. Yeah. See, maternal grandfather, third option. Understood that? Right. Then, who is W's W's father-in-law's granddaughter? I want W's father-in-law's granddaughter. Okay, let us check. Now, W's father-in-law we have already understood here, S, correct? Who is S's granddaughter? So, see, W's father-in-law is husband's father. S's granddaughter, the only granddaughter is X. So, the answer is X is our answer. So, X is the granddaughter, U is the grandson. Okay. So, X is our answer for this third option. Understood that? Then, how many males are there in the family? Okay. So, it's asking how many males are there in the family. You have S, V, T, U. So, there are 4 males in the family. So, 4 will be our answer. That is there in choice 4. Okay. Right. Then coming to another, he says some symbols are used to represent the following meanings. Study the symbols and answer the following questions. So, symbols and notations are incorporated in blood relations like this. So, some symbols are given and what are their meanings is given. Now, here we need to be very careful that he has given A symbol B. Everywhere you have A symbol B, correct? But if you observe in some of them, especially here and here B is given with respect to A. Here also B is given with respect to A. In others, A is given with respect to B. First A, then B. First A, then B. Then here first B, then A. First A, then B. First B, then A. So, don't assume that just because he has given A first and B next in the symbols, the relation also you will have A first and B next. Not necessary. It could be either way. Understanding the point? So, we need to take this carefully. Okay. Right. Now, this is what we have. He is asking which of the following means Q is the brother-in-law of T. So, first let us understand this relation. Q is the brother-in-law of T. So, for T, okay, T can either have a sister and that sister's husband can be Q, such that sister's husband is called as brother-in-law. Sister's husband is called as brother-in-law. Or T can have a spouse, because the gender of T is unknown for me. So, T can have a spouse and spouse's brother can be called as brother-in-law. So, these are the 2 ways of getting Q is a brother-in-law of T. Either it is sister's husband or it is spouse's brother. I have to check what, but compulsory Q has to be a male. Compulsory Q has to be a male. The gender should match, correct? So, let us look into it one by one. So, we need to take one by one here, okay? So, first we have is P percentage T. So, what is percentage here? P percentage T means T is the wife of P. It is the reverse, okay? Percentages you have to take it in the reverse. So, here T is the wife of P, okay? I do need a couple here. So, for the first case, okay, I will take T is the wife of P. They are a couple, okay? T is the wife of P. I will take that. Then, what else we have? $R. So, what does dollar mean? So, here dollar means A is the son of B. It is in the same way. That means here I have to take T is the son of R. Okay. So, here we have, now check here. Earlier what is it that we had? P percentage T. So, percentage means it was the reverse. B is the wife of A. That means here when you had P percentage T, T is the wife of P. So, the gender of T is a female. Now, when you have a dollar, what was the dollar we had? Dollar means A is the son of B. It is as it is. So, as it is, if I take T should be a son to R. Can T be a son to R here? No, you cannot have this. That means first option is not possible because the gender mismatch is happening. Are you understanding the point here? Okay. Now, let us take the second option and check. Now, in the second option, we have Q@R. So, I need to know whether Q is a male, compulsory, correct? What is Q@R? Means A@B is the mother of A. Okay, so B is a mother to A, reverse. So, when he says Q@R, R is a mother to Q. So, I don't know whether Q is a male or female for now, but we will take R is a mother to Q, right. So, we have R is a mother to Q. Okay. Then what else we have? Then R percentage P. Now, what is percentage means? Again, B is the wife of A, the reverse. Okay. So, R percentage P means P is the wife of R. But can anybody be a wife to R? No, because R is already a female. You need to have a husband. You need to have a husband for R. You cannot have a wife to R. So, that is why option 2 is also ruled out. It's again a gender mismatch. Understanding the point? Okay. So, that is why identify them using genders, it becomes very easy. Okay. Then the third one, $Q. What does dollar mean? A is the son of B, $B. Correct? A is the son of B. So, here $Q, P is the son of Q. But then we have Q percentage R. What is percentage? B is the wife of A. Okay. Q there I can identify as a male. So, first we take dollar, that is son. So, P is a son of Q and R is a wife of Q. Okay. The third option. So, we have R is a wife of Q and P is a son of Q. Correct? Right. Then what further we have? Up until R we have. So, then R ampersand T. Now, what is ampersand means? Ampersand here means A is the sister of B. Okay. So, it is a direct in the same order we have to take. A is the sister of B. So, here R ampersand T is R is a sister of T. Check. R is a sister to T. So, they are siblings. Now, am I getting my relation? What is the relation? See, this is the relation between T and Q that I have. Correct? So, what is it that we need here? See, T should have a sister, sister's husband can be brother-in-law. Check. Do I have the same? T has a sister, sister's husband. Am I getting brother-in-law? That's it. Mark and move on. You don't have to complete the, expression. Don't have to complete the family tree to answer this question. So, that is why when a question is asked, understand what is it that I have to observe in the family tree between Q and T. Once you know that, it becomes easy for picking the option and also looking at the genders. So, this is the one that we have for us given in the third option with PQRT. Understood the point here? So, third option. Got it? Yeah. Then again similar symbols. Then which of the following means C is the granddaughter of E? So, I need a C as a granddaughter to E. This is how the relation has to be identified. The gender of E is unknown, but the gender of C has to be a female. So, granddaughter, it could be son's daughter or daughter's daughter. Both ways you will get granddaughter, correct? Yeah. So, let us check. So, C is a granddaughter to E. So, we will go option by option. So, first is $C. So, what is dollar mean? So, dollar here means a son. So, A, it is in the forward direction only. So, A is the son of C. So, that is what we will take. Okay. So, in the first, we have A is a son to C. A is the son of C. Then, C ampersand B. What does ampersand mean? Ampersand means again in the forward direction, A is the sister of B. So, in the forward direction, C is a sister to B. Okay. We have C is a sister to B. Okay, I am still interested in this. Why? Because I want to see as a female. C as a sister to B. Correct? Right. Then what else do we have? B percentage D. What is percentage means? It's in the reverse. B is the wife of A. A percentage B is the wife of A. Okay. In the reverse I have to take. So, B percentage D is the wife of B. Okay. Let's take that. So we have D is a wife to B. Okay, they are a couple. Okay, and then what else we have? Finally, he says D at the rate E. So at the rate means what? Reverse again. B is a mother to A. Okay, A at the rate B is reverse. So here D at the rate E is a mother of D. So here, if you look at it, E is a mother to D. Oh, sorry, here. Okay, E is a mother to D. But then, unfortunately, we cannot give E as a, or we cannot give C as a, granddaughter, because when we say granddaughter, see how many, hierarchy positions you need. You need 1, 2, 3. Then only you will get a granddaughter. But here what is happening? Here you are not getting that hierarchy. You are getting it in the immediate below generation as E and C. So I cannot choose the first option here. Okay. So sometimes you have to take everything, then only you can decide on that. But this is not how it works in this case. So option 1 fails. This is not my answer. Then let's take the next, C at the rate D. So what is at the rate means? B is a mother of A in the reverse. Okay. C at the rate D, you will have to take D is a mother of C. Okay. Gender of C is still unknown for us. So let's take that. So D is a mother to C. So choice 2, we have D is a mother to C. Okay. Then what else we have? D ampersand A. What does ampersand mean? In the forward direction. A is a sister of B. Okay. A is a sister of B means D is a sister of A. Okay. So we have D. So D is a sister to A. So they are siblings. Correct? Then what else we have? A dollar E. So what does dollar mean? A is the son of B in the forward direction only. So A dollar E is the son of E. Okay. So here we have A is a son to E. Okay. So I am getting, correct, the 3 generations here, right? But do I know the gender of C? I don't know. Correct. So let's see further if it is having any clarity there. Then E percentage B. What does percentage means? Wife in the reverse. Means B is the wife of E. Okay. Now here when he says B is the wife of E, so I am getting E as a male. Now everything is okay, but unfortunately I do not know the gender of C. It could be a granddaughter, it can also be a grandson. So I again cannot use this particular option. Are you understanding the point here? Okay, right. So now we take the next option that we have. Right. So this also is ruled out. So let's take this. Now we have B dollar E. So what does dollar means? So dollar means a son in the forward direction. So B is a son to E. Okay. So we have E and B is a son. Okay. Then what else we have? E ampersand D. What is ampersand? Is in the forward direction only. Sister. So E is a sister of D. Okay. So in the forward direction, E is a sister of D. So they are siblings. Okay. But I am not interested in the gender of E. I am interested in the gender of C actually, because he says C is the granddaughter of E. Okay. Now E is somewhere given in the last. I have to go through everything. Then D hash A. What does hash mean here? Father in the forward direction only. So here we have D is a father to A. Okay. So we have D is a father to A. And then what do we have? A ampersand C. What does ampersand means? Again in the forward direction. A is the sister. Okay. Ampersand is sister in the forward direction. So A is the sister of C. So A is a sister to C. Now again this is not possible because they are coming in the immediate generations. They cannot come in the immediate generation. So third is also ruled out. Okay. Then, so this is also not correct. Then let's look at the fourth. So we have C ampersand B. So what does ampersand means? Ampersand means a sister in the forward direction. So C is a sister of B. Yes, I am now interested in that. So let's take the fourth option. So we have C is a sister to B. Okay, so they are siblings. Correct? Then what else? We have B dollar D. So what does dollar means? Son, again in the forward direction. So B is a son to D. Okay. So B is a son to D. So they both are children of D. Correct? Then what else we have? D percentage A. Now what does percentage means? In the reverse direction, wife. Okay? Reverse direction, wife. So A is a wife of D. Okay? Let's take that. So A is a wife of D. So D will be a husband to A. Okay. So they are a couple. Got it. And then finally, what do we have? A at the rate E. What does at the rate means? Reverse, mother. Okay, in the reverse I have to take mother. Means E is a mother to A. So we have E is a mother to A. Right. Now, yes, I can choose this as my answer. Why? Because check, C is a daughter of both D and A because they are a couple. They have the same children. So if C is a daughter to A and A is a daughter to E, so C becomes a granddaughter of E. That is precisely what I want. I want C is a granddaughter of E. So that is why you pick fourth option. So understand the structure of the relation that is asked in the question, then it becomes easy to go through them. Got it? So choice 4 will be our answer for this. Okay? Right. Then, okay, similar information. Now the expression is already given to you. He is asking how is n related. Earlier the relation was given. He was asking which expression works. Now it is the reverse. Okay. So we will have n ampersand k. What does ampersand means? In the forward direction, sister. So n is a sister of k. So let me take like that. So we have n is a sister of k. Okay. Right. Then k dollar h. What does dollar means? In the forward direction, son. So k is a son to h. Okay. So k is a son to h. So h has 2 children now because they are siblings. Got it? Then h hash m. So what does hash means? In the forward direction, father. So h is a father to m. Okay. H is a male. H is a father to m. So again we have siblings. Correct? H hash m. Hash is father in the forward direction. So h is a father to m. So m is also a sibling to n and k. Right? Then m percentage j. So what does percentage mean? In the reverse, wife. So in the reverse you take wife, means j is a wife of m. Okay. So we have j is a wife, that means m is a male. They are a couple. Correct? And then j at the rate g. What does at the rate mean? At the rate means in the reverse, mother. Okay, means G is a mother to J. Okay, so we have G who is a mother to J. So this is what we have as the expression. So we need to be very thorough with the relations and the hierarchy of the relations, then only, interpreting them and, fixing them in one shot becomes easier. Because especially in this model, you have to go option by option for answering when a relation is defined and he is asking the correct expression. So we cannot take too much time. You have to do it, in a flow. The flow should not break. Got it? So the relations and their hierarchy has to be thoroughly understood. And the best way to draw is, represent is using a family tree. Now what is the question? How is n related? So it's asking how is n related, from where I have to check? From J I have to check. So J is here, he's asking how is n related? Okay. So I can say J has a husband, that is M, and that husband has a sister. Correct? So husband's a sister, spouse's sister, we call sister-in-law, and that is there in choice 2. That is how we answer this. Understood that? Okay? Yeah. Alright. So those were the questions you had in blood relations. Okay? And please do join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Time for Bank Exams, and do not forget to hit the bell icon for all the notifications that we for the videos that we upload in our channel. Okay. So, for all the other related exams like insurance, railways, we have videos for them as well. Please refer to the channel for the videos. And we do have other social media handles. The link is given here for Telegram, for YouTube, for Instagram and for Facebook. And the links are given in the description below. And for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center, and for online courses you can enroll at t4e.info/bankssconline. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. Hope we all made some progress today. So thank you all for watching this video. Have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.